about Planet X. That's all, you know, that shit's crazy too, that there could be a 10th planet maybe just orbiting our solar system that we only see every so often.
Because it's got a weird orbit or some shit?
Yeah, a random orbit that has its own solar system with its own planets. But...
Huh. Because if it's all
that's what Saturn
currents,
is, though. You know, when you get down to it, like if Saturn was the dwarf star from before and it has Titan growing on it and all these other moons, like, you know, that's just same shit.
So Titan, does it have like the necessary ingredients for, like, let's say life to live on it? Because Saturn's not hot, is it?
Yeah, Saturn emits heat. Yes, it does.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was cold, just like the other rocks in space.
Mm-mm.
So it's not a rock. It's like it's the
no, it's a gas giant. It's
a gas giant. Okay, so it's hot. And
yeah.
Does it emit light?
I mean, not a crazy amount of light, but it emits a light that we can see it, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, all those pictures that we get from every planet is just generated images repeated over and over until we get like a final image, you know. So you never really know what these planets actually look like. We're just getting like a finalized version of it. But
how amazing would that be to be on some motherfucking Matthew McConaughey shit and like fly out interstellar and just like go look at all the planets,
actually see it? Yeah,
bro, that'd be so crazy. Like, especially if you were on acid.
At that point, you don't need the acid, bro.
You'd be feeling like you were tripping just like looking at that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You think that shit's true though? Like when you enter a certain planet's like atmosphere and gravity, then the time changes.
I mean, fuck. What's stopping us from believing that? You know, like everybody likes to think that when we figure something out that it's the law of something, you know, but that only governs the things that we can see or be a part of in this, you know, in this realm or like whatever dimension we're in. But like you said, like if you go to a different planet, what the fuck? How do you know that time even exists? What if there was enough of a sustainable like energy on another planet that your cells would basically regenerate themselves and you could live forever?
Time wouldn't exist
delineating
then.
Time. Yeah, exactly. You know, like it wouldn't be time. It would just.
What if you could take a fucking 3 light year trip to like another dimension and the whole time you're just doing playing a video game? And like that 3 light year moment just felt like 30 minutes.
Hyperbolic time chamber type shit?
Type shit.
Exactly. And that's why Dragon Ball Z is so ahead of its time, you know?
Bro,
like,
for real. For real.
And what was the crazy part about the hyperbolic? You can only go once in your life or twice in your life or something like that?
Yeah, because then it starts to fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Or it like starts to fuck with time.
Exactly. That is fuck.
And then they had the fucking delineated gravity, or like the gravity changing as well as the time changing too. Because when Goku's on the planet with King Kai, time and like how everything's affected is different on it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. His gravity is way more intense. And it's crazy because like after that it gets way, you know, like okay, so Dragon Ball Z starts off with like kind of like they get in a little bit of heavier gravity and his power level goes a little bit higher. And then by the end he's like his power level is 1,000,000 and they can like survive in like 1,000,000 times gravity, and you know nothing really even matters at that point. They're just like so overpowered.
Well, they're out there in space and shit. They're in the tournament of power. Like literally, like what's protecting them? There's no atmosphere around that ring. They're just out there.
No, didn't that fool create one? Yeah, he created like a little dome thing.
Okay, but still, down in the middle of space.
It was sick that fool was. Okay, sorry, we're getting to Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, that fool was fucking terraforming. Just that the arena was sick too. You know, just in the middle of space. And then when they found, never mind, I'm not even gonna get into it.
Get into it.
When they found like that big ass Dragon Ball, you know, it just like what we were talking about, like all the big ass Dragon Balls looking like big ass planets, bigger than whatever we're on, you know, and then that being just, but we have like the little Dragon Balls on our Earth or like on our planet.
Yeah, like remnants of it.
Exactly.
The craziest part about that to me is when they were in the fucking
big dragon. Yeah.
And the big ass dragon was just a neutron or like a fucking atom of the real dragon that's big enough that it transcends galaxies. Like it's so big that it's in the galaxy, but it's not at the same exact time because it's so big you can't even perceive it, which means we are the dragon.
Yeah, hey, I like that one. I love that one. We are the dragon. We are, for sure. I think we talked about this one on our first podcast. I'm pretty sure.
I think we did, but it still trips me out to this day. Because like that image of it, and it's like all these little like
galaxies,
and, like,
but
they're like
ways,
so small, and it's just like out there flying in them.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that like
we're inside of that shit, exactly. Fuck, bro. But yeah, that comment video was kind of short. It didn't.
He didn't elaborate too much. He had kind of a weird energy in his video too.
I think it was sick at the end when he talked about how that. Okay, so if we're gonna get into the woo woo, like he was talking, he literally said woo woo.
Oh, spaceship.
But
shit. The spaceship.
Yeah.
shit?
How like if we saw that, if the comet that we saw like 4,000 years ago came around, and then we're seeing the almost exact same trajectory of a comet, you know that could be like intelligent life sending some kind of disguised shit this way to record all this type, like, you know, everything this way, and then go back its way, and then give the report back to whatever sent it this way.
And when you in my face, I'm not here trying to make a friend. I'd rather post at the crib and get paid. I'm not trying to get faded. Unless you got dropped, but I know that you don't. No, we're not related. So I don't know why you keep calling me bro. Yeah, I stick with the squad like Gorilla Glue. You should stay on your job, you got shit to do. Or maybe you don't, it's a principle. Ironic, I never did shit in school. But now it's all numbers like coding. Prescription is coding. I said that I quit.